Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box, the Technical Trader. It's Monday, May 10th, and these are the charts of the day. Alphabetically again, Acacia Research, which we've talked about before, looks like a good setup for higher levels. After the dip on Thursday with most stocks, the stock came back with a band, and today was jumped another $1.05 or 7.6%. It's right up against resistance. A move here to break it out should get us up to that 17 target I mentioned to you last week and maybe beyond. Eterna and Terrace, a little junior biotech, has been flying of late. After the early pop in April and the pullback, it based out. Turned on the juices on Thursday, and then again on Friday. Today it popped and broke out and took out the April high. At this point, it looks like it could be headed for a run at the $3 range, which is the high that it reached in August before it spiked down. That's the short-term target for AEZS. Acme Packet, it just looked like a monster to me. I think this stock has room to really run. Similar pattern, the gap up, the pull back, to fill the gap, and then a snapback today for 227 on 915,000 shares, 9.5%. If you can take out 27 and 3/4, I think you're looking at a stock in the low 30s, as I indicated last week. Comstock Homes, CHCI, continues to look excellent. Flagged for 2 weeks. Today popped 36 cents or 16.2% on more than 500,000 shares. Picked up volume, and we'd like to see that increase even more, but initial target around the 395.4 zone. Beyond that, around 5. CTIB may be setting up for a nice pop after the big gap, breakaway gap and run about 6 sessions ago. Stock's been in a tight little flag. Next trading target at 7.5. Beyond that, around 9.5. That's what I'll be looking for on CTIB going forward. It's pretty thin, only traded 27,000 today, so be careful with that one, but does have a chance of making a nice move. CVGI, Chinese Auto Parts Company, Commercial Vehicle Group, been moving very strongly, and they pretty much ignored the Chinese stock pullback over the last few weeks, which is very bullish indication. Stock popped 2 days ago, backed off on Friday, and then came on again for 67 cents or 6% today. I'd like to see some more volume, but I think the stock can get to the 13.5 zone short term. Beyond that, something in the very high teens is potentially doable. Delcath, another biotech which has been acting great of late, did have a 7 day pullback that retested the 21-day moving average. Today it jumped $1.30 or 11% on 2.5 million shares. Like to see this one go forward and test higher levels. The next target it would be the recent April highs around 16.5, and beyond that, perhaps something up towards the top of this range in the $20 area could be doable. That's what I'll give you for a secondary target, around 20. In Corium Group, ENCO popped today after a beautiful 5-way move here. It came down more substantially on lower volume here. Technicals held up very well. Today it popped for $1.40 or 58% in 1 day on 2.5 million shares. Terrific move. I suspect we may see a follow through to test the 490 range, which is the next minor target, with a much more important target up around 6.25. Kerix, KERX, acting great. Ran up, pulled back, held a moving average, bounced, and had a little inside day today on low volume, but did gain 39 cents on 7%. I think if it breaks out of this pattern, you could see a stock that runs up towards the 8.5, 9 zone. That's our next trading target in Kerix. NBS Neostem setting up nicely here. After the pop at the end of April, it pulled back, retested the moving averages, and is bouncing the last couple of days up 15 cents or almost 6% today. Needs a little bit of volume, but if it breaks out across that lateral line that I've drawn in here about the 275 area, and we're just a few cents from it, I think we can see the stock spike up to the 3.25 half range short term, and then beyond upwards of $4 or more. Prolor Biotech is a really terrific looking pattern with great technicals. I just like the way this one acts. Today, after a 4-day rest, popped for 30 cents or 5.4%. Volume picked up the best in 5 or 6 sessions. If it breaks out above here, I'm looking for a move towards $7. Polypore International PPO, it came out of a trading range, popped 3 days ago, followed through Friday, and then today up again. If you can get through the 21, 15 area, I'm looking for 23.5, very short term, and then beyond that, 27. Raptor, excuse me, Power One PWER. Similar pattern, broke out, pulled back, tested the gap, and then popped. If it can get up across the $9 range, we're looking at $11.5, $12 stock, in my opinion. Raptor Pharmaceuticals setting up a little bull flag here after a nice pop that took it from 140 to 384 in about 2 weeks. Mini flag here on low volume. A breakout from this flag could send it skyrocketing towards the 475, 490 zone. Spreadtrum, SPRD, seems to be moving nicely, and after breaking out of this 3-month trading range, it backed off on low volume. Today it popped for 39 cents or 5.3%. Looking for this to extend and get up to a minimum of the around 9.5 to 10 zone. Yeah, let's call it 9.5. Longer term target around the mid-teens. And lastly is UPI, Europlasty, which has been moving very nicely of late, having jumped from $1 to over almost 5. Extended here, formed a little pennant. Very narrow inside day today on low volume, and could be set up for a pop that takes it up towards the $6 range. Initial target 8 to 9 in immediate term. So those are some ideas alongside. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about some other ideas and review some of the boxes shorts on the short side.